Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel in another episode here on Forest River, North Dakota. So we are in September 3 now. We've jumped quite a bit since the last time you've seen us. Obviously we're in the same field though. I guess that wasn't obvious, but we are in the same field that we harvested the wheat. We are heavy harrowing it right now just to manage the straw residue and all that good stuff. I did actually start doing this last night on stream. Well, last night of the time of recording this video on stream. I did another quiet time stream on Twitch. Thanks to anybody that hopped over there and hung out a little bit. I never really expect a ton of people to hop over, but it's always fun to chat a little bit here and there with some people, just in the chat. So anyway, we are in this big wheat field. We did get all of our crops sprayed with fertilizer. So if we look at our field maps here, these are all of our fields currently. We haven't done any pH application yet of lime, but we did spray the sunflowers. Got the 2 sugar beet fields sprayed and the corn field as well. So this is our big soybean field, and this is the wheat field that we're in. So yeah, this is a pretty big job, but we're in the old STX 450. She's a beast, and she's doing the job. Going on a pretty steep angle. I think it's a steeper angle than I really wanted to go on, but it is what it is. We went with it. Ignore this. So I was running the harrow that actually is a disc instead of the mulcher one at first, apparently. I was like, that doesn't look right. So we swapped it out for the one that is actually a mulcher instead of a disc. So we are going to be doing some no-till applications here a little bit on this farm. You don't usually do, because I don't think harrowing is technically classed as no-till. I would be surprised if people would argue with me on that, but maybe. I would say it's pretty minimal soil disturbance, but again, I don't really know, because the harrowing stuff is very foreign to me. Consulted with Lego a bit about how harrows work, and he gave me some tips. So he says that you don't usually lift them up or anything on the headlands. You just kind of let it go and drag it around when you're turning. And he actually said his dad doesn't even. Again, I wouldn't hate. This bothers me a little bit, but I wouldn't hate coming out here and ripping headlands, because like I said in the last episode, this field was no-till planted into, right? So we do no-till our wheat, or winter wheat, into I am just gonna lift this up so you can go a little bit faster to speed this process up. I'm losing my train of thought. But you can see right there as well, these fields are not completely flat. Like, there are little divots in here, because that wouldn't be the case if there wouldn't be that water there if there wasn't. So with the field water mod or whatever it is, it kind of targets low spots in fields and puts the water there, because we did get a huge rain September 2. We actually didn't do any work September 2. We got our spraying done September 1, and that was on the stream as well. So anywho, so yeah, that's what we're doing today. Harrowing. Honestly, this is probably all we're going to be doing in September, other than maybe coming in here and ripping a bit headlands, because I'm not really super concerned with, I mean, we could spread some lime if we wanted to, but I think we'll probably do that in the spring when we can run the cultivator over this. So we'll probably come in here and fit this field, especially if we do rip the headlands, because we want to have a decent seed bed on the headlands that we rip. Well, that's what I was talking about before when I lost my train of thought. Yeah, about ripping headlands. A lot of compaction on this field because we seeded directly into this bean ground here. So that's the reason for ripping, if you're not aware. It's just a practice that we do here on the farm that I work on. And I've said it before in previous videos, so. But yeah, anywho, we're gonna keep her going here. We're gonna continue on with getting this done. We don't have a ton left to do, but it is gonna take some time because this is a very long field. Passes take a long time. Took us an hour or 4 hours and 20 minutes just to harvest this field, so that tells you that this field ain't a joke. But so we'll catch you guys here at some point, probably if we do decide to rip some headlands. That's probably when we'll catch you again, and then we're hoping that we can get into October and get into some harvest, because we got some harvesting to do. We got corn to harvest, we got sunflowers to harvest, we got beans to harvest, and we got sugar beets to harvest. So, oh, and if you're wondering about this, we're doing a new mod. It's called the Contractor mod. It's a beta on, what is it called? It's a GitHub, I think, maybe? Where people can post mods and kind of update them as they go, type of thing. But you have like 4 people, so we'll introduce you to the other people, and we're gonna kind of play that as those are the full-time workers, type of thing, on this farm. So any of those main jobs, we'll try to just contain it to the 4 people. If we need more, those are going to be our quote-unquote part-time workers. So, like truck drivers and things like that, probably, when it comes to like sugar beet harvest and all that stuff. So we will have some seasonal help at some point, I'm sure, because I think we're going to have more than 4 guys going at once with the operation that we're running on this farm. So, yeah, we'll catch you guys here shortly. Just popping in real quick to show this off a little bit. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like this area back here is just like such a great looking area. It just feels so natural to me. The river and the trees and the foliage and everything, it just feels super natural. I don't know what it is, but this map it's really good. And as of today, last night actually, at the time of recording this again, so it's going to be a little bit probably until you guys see this, the map's out to Patreon testers, so you guys actually have the opportunity to go check it out. So that's exciting. And as Smebby said in his post, he hopes to have a very short testing window before public release, so that's great. Also, we last night we tried to go around the water hole as much as we could. Don't like going through water. Don't like ruts in my fields. So we're going around the water holes. But anyway, that was just a quick pop in, because this, man, he just did a really good job. Really, really good job with just all the aspects of this map. And it's, the crazy thing is that it's only like, it's super low, like the amount of, the size of the map file is like super small compared to most maps nowadays. A lot of maps, these 4X maps are like over a gig and a half, even reaching up to 2 gigs sometime. And this is like what, 500, 600 megabytes or something, so. Well done to you, Mr. Smebby. Awesome map, man. Hats off. Alrighty, so we're just pulling into the farm now. Middle of the afternoon. We got a lot of equipment cleaned yesterday. That's kind of what we did. Well, September 1, I guess. That's kind of what we did after we got done spraying in the morning. That's pretty much the main job, was to get a bunch of equipment cleaned from harvest. So we cleaned the combine, we cleaned the trying to figure out where I want to put this. I think we're just going to park it right here for now, because we are going to power wash it and clean it. Lots of cleaning equipment. We like to keep our stuff clean, so yeah, we cleaned the combine, cleaned the sprayer, cleaned the grain cart tractor. Haven't cleaned the trucks. Might need to do that. Seems like the trucks always get put on the back burner, but you know. So let's go meet the crew. They're all hanging out inside the shop, they told me. Kind of finishing up the day. They were just doing some maintenance on stuff, power washing stuff. I don't know why I can't get through that door. It's never really happened before, I don't think, but they're just hanging out. So we got Nick here, we got Chris, we got John. So with this mod, if you just tab, you can go to that person. So I can get up from the chair. That's me. Right? This chair mod is sweet. Because when you're not in a tractor or in a piece of equipment, you can see the name from like really far away of the person. So if we just sit him in the chair, that's not going to be on our screen. So this is Nick, this is Chris, and this is John. Yeah, that's our crew. I will try to remember to link to the mod that this is. It took me a long time to figure it out. There was some other guys on YouTube that have been using it, like Simulation for the Nation, and who's the other guy that I was thinking of? Two UK guys. Shoot, what's his name? I don't know. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, but yeah, I'll link it. It's cool. It's a cool mod. But you can't tab to vehicles, because if you tab, you just tab to your character. So, what do we need to do? Is there anything that we really need to do right now? Not really. We do need to probably hook up the 8520 to the Ripper. So that's ready for tomorrow. So we can go do that real quick. Move the 83 out of the way. We're gonna need this. This usually does we usually run this on the topper. So that will be hooked up to the topper here at some point. There we go. We'll unhook that. And we'll hop in the old 8520. Kind of our secondary tillage tractor. It's got the big old floaters on it. This is the main tractor that we obviously do the spreading with. So has some uses. I mean, all of our tractors have uses, but I also really like the soybean texture on here. I feel like it's different. Go. Make sure the hydraulics are working and everything. Looks good to me. So we'll have this sitting out ready for us to go in the morning. We'll get that job done. And then we're pretty much going to be ready to go for harvest, or move into October and do some harvesting. So that's going to be really fun and exciting. I'm not exactly sure which crop we're going to start with, to be honest, but we'll figure it out. We're just going to park this right here next to the door. Kind of keep it out of the way. Because we'll have the guys, the main job for the other guys tomorrow is that they're going to be working on the combine, making sure the combine's ready to go, making sure grain cart and all that stuff is good, and the trucks. And so when we're ready to go, we can just go. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll do some ripping, and then we'll move into October. So I've screwed up. I thought we had time yet. I thought I had 4-day seasons on, but that may have been a different save that I've been messing with setting up. So we're in October. We're still going to go rip these headlands. But yeah. Guys are working on the combines and getting everything ready to go. So this tractor is going to move to the grain cart because we're going to move the 8530. I think it's an 8530. 8530? It might be an 8430, but I think it's an 85. We're going to move that to let's see what it is. Yeah, 8530. We're going to move that to... Ooh, this might be a tight squeeze. Oh, we're good. To the drill. The planting, the air drill. Because we need to get some... oh, shoot. So there's only spring wheat. Kind of want to do some... Maybe we can do some barley then. Maybe we'll run some barley. Or maybe we won't do anything. Maybe we won't do any fall planting. I don't know. So if that's the case, we can just leave the 8530 on the grain cart. One thing about this map is that in the morning it's kind of like hazy, which I think is sweet. I don't know how he's done it, but he's just done such a good job on this map. It's so good. Alright, so we're lined up, drop down and go. So if you've never ran a ripper before, it's very deep tillage, made to really break up the crust of the ground of that like under layer that you don't usually get compaction wise. but you don't want to turn with this thing in the ground because you're gonna break some stuff if that's the case. Like the chisel plows, you can lift up. You can lift the chisel plow up a little bit, you know, not make it so deep, and it'll, you know, you can turn with it a little bit, but with these, you don't want to do that. You don't want to turn with it at all because they're just real deep in there, and just how it is. You don't want to do it. We're going to lift it, then we're going to turn. We'll get a little momentum under us and drop her back down. Just like that. Set a little GPS line, not that we really need to, but I'm only going to do like, I don't know, 4 or 5 passes. A little overlap won't kill anybody, just the extra, you know, give us a little bit of extra break up there. So it's not always the prettiest thing with these deep rippers. And I'll tell you what, it is. It's rough turning on these headlands too. Because a lot of the time on the farm that I work on, they rip the wheat ground, and then they would bring the chisel plows into the field to chisel after, you know, we've ripped headlands, and so you gotta turn around on these headlands that have been ripped. Oh boy. Be going real slow, or else you're gonna be jumping out of your seat. This is the main one. I'm debating if we really need to rip the headland on that end, because this is where the trucks were. This is where most of the compaction really took place. I think we might just because, but I don't really want to because we got harvest to get to, so we'll see. But either way, we'll do it off camera. I know this video is going to be probably a long one if we do get into some harvest. So maybe we won't, I don't know. Or maybe we'll just not do a harvest video. Or maybe we just won't do any harvesting yet. I don't know. But I would like to. We are deciding to rip these. So this is interesting when on the curve here. We really, like I said, we really don't want to be turning. So we're literally gonna go like that. Turn around. And drop her down again where we're straight. Like I said, it's usually not pretty when you're doing this. It's literally for one job. To break up that underlayer of compaction. And then we're going to come back. These floaters make it nice on these big ruts. We're just going to go straight. as straight as we can. Slight curvature in it. Lift her up. Do this one slightly different. Come back. Kind of line up with the curve of or the edge of the field again. Rip that. Just like that. It's kind of how you deal with, at least that's how I've been taught. It's kind of how you deal with curves with a ripper, essentially. And there we go. We are going to drop the time down to 3x since we don't have a 4th day. I just accidentally hit the GPS button. I was like, what just happened? So yeah, headlands are ripped. All good to go. So we'll just fold this thing up quick. And we'll head back to the farm, talk to the guys on the phone. Truck should be ready to go. We're deciding that we're going to take the beans off first. And then I think we'll jump into sugar beet, and then sunflowers, and then corn. The reason why we're waiting for sunflowers is because one of our fields is ready, but the other one is not. So we kind of want to make sure all of them are ready. Because if we look at the crop calendar, sunflowers we can still do in November. So that's probably going to be what we do in November. So that's going to be what we do. We're going beans, we're going sugar beet, sunflower, and corn. Because corn has the longest harvest window. Be careful when you go over that. So yeah, corn can withstand a lot. Until it's waiting to be harvested. So anyway, we'll catch you guys back at the farm once we start getting around to do some soybeans. Alrighty, so we are getting things ready to go. Chris right here is getting the head lined up so we can put it on the combine. We are in the combine. Close the flaps down. We'll get the head on. And we got Nick in the grain cart. And we got John sitting in the truck. So if Chris pull up here, he's gonna then be running the bins for us. We're gonna get this completely out of the way so the truck can sweep around there. Where do we want to put it that's not gonna be a complete and total pain? So I don't really want to mess around with backing this in anywhere, so we're gonna actually just park it right here next to the tool shed. Next to the hobby shed with the service truck and the mowers and all that stuff. There we go. So we can have Chris run over here. He's gonna pop on the auger tractor, and that's gonna be his job for the day. Alrighty. In the old 9870, we're gonna get the combine unfolded, or the auger pipe Set up there. Here we go. We're gonna cut a hole in the field. Maybe. Oh, we gotta hook up the PTO and the lines before we can do that. There we go. 23% moisture on our beans is a little high, I gotta say, for being 11:50 a.m. So this is kind of crazy. We got combine experience on, right? So we have everything on realistic. We have realistic setting on combine experience. We have daytime limiter on. We have engine power limiter on, and we're running at 6 mile an hour, 7 mile an hour on these beans. But you know what? I'm thinking that's because he has adjusted the yields to be realistic to real life. So maybe, I keep saying that, but I'm not actually sure. I don't know if he adjusted the prices or if he actually adjusted the like yields or anything like that. It seems like it, but I don't really know. I mean, 60 bushel beans is pretty realistic. For yield on beans, but again, we haven't done anything to this field. Not that you do, I mean, in Farm Sim at least, you don't really have to do anything to beans, right? You don't spray fertilizer on them or anything, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to actually message him and actually get that information for you guys. I would like it for myself as well. So we're going to be harvesting this field east to west, likely. These north-south runs are a bit long for me, I think. I don't know though, it's pretty square. Really pretty normal size field, obviously, besides the spot where our farm is, but I still think east and west is how I want to run it. Just thinking how we would have actually planted this field. I feel like I would have planted this east and west, so that's what we're gonna do. Or maybe we'll just be at the hands of Horseplay, Mercy. So, well, maybe we'll just leave it up to Horseplay to decide what we want to do. I think that's probably what we'll end up doing. We are going to put this on a Horseplay course, so then we can run Nick with the grain cart mostly, because that's usually the easiest way to go about it. We're on board with Nick now. I'd expect Combine to be cutting in here soon. Actually, it looks like he's doing it right now. So, perfect timing. Wasn't sure if we'd catch up to him or not. Or maybe he's just at the end. I think he's just at a corner and he's backing up to do the corner quick. I want to say. Oh, he looks pretty full. That's for sure. Nope, he was just cutting in to unload. Alrighty. We are here. Don't you worry. Yeah, I think this is actually going to be a really good bean crop. After a very, very disappointing wheat crop, I'm looking forward to a good bean crop. I think the rest of the crop is probably going to be pretty good because we were able to actually get some fertilizer down on it, unlike the wheat. That would have made a huge difference for the wheat, but as it works with Farm Sim, it's a bit difficult to with wheat and stuff like that. You pretty much start right when it's ready to harvest, so you don't really have time to get any fertilizer down on it or anything. So it made it a little over half the field before it needed a dump, so not too bad. Like I said, yielding about 60 bushel. So that's pretty good. It's pretty darn good. But realistic, which I love. Going from Elma to this, it's complete different. Getting 140, 150 bushel beans at sometimes. So I really like the realism aspect of this. Really love that it has multi-terrain angle too. That makes a huge deal for me as well. So. Alright. Got our first almost full grain cart load. Just unloaded the combine. He is... well, we can't even see him yet, or right now. Gotta up the view distance, I guess, but... he's working on the east side right now. Getting that one going. There's John in the truck, just waiting on us. This takes, if we remember from wheat harvest, this takes 3 full grain carts, I think, is what it was. 20,000 bushel or something like that, nearly, I want to say, maybe a little bit over. So by the next time he comes around, we'll probably have to unload him over on that west side of the field. So, but just a quick little start to harvest. We are going to keep going off camera a little bit. We'll probably get some of the up and down rows done off camera. I know that this video is probably just going to be pretty long, so I don't want to overdo it. But we'll probably start next video by ending this field with beans. So we'll finish up beans for the year, and then we'll get into some sugar beet harvest, which I'm really excited for, because I haven't done sugar beets at all in FS22. I honestly don't even think I did them in FS19, so I'm really looking forward to it. Really, that's what I've really trying to push for, is sugar beets, so I can actually try them. And I love the fact that there's a sugar beet piler. That's the biggest thing for me, is like, most maps don't have that, and you just sell the sugar beets like you would at any other sell point, just in the bin, and you just don't do that in real life, and that's what always throws me off. I know the Michigan maps have a sugar beet piler, but the Michigan maps never really hit home with me much, so yeah, that's going to be the plan for next video. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to the YouTube channel members, all 46 of you, I think we have it right now. So thank you guys. That's huge, honestly. It's a massive thing. So I don't know if you guys know this, but as a YouTube creator, you only get paid once you hit $100 for a month. And I've never actually missed that. So, like, that's pretty nuts, just to be transparent. But with you guys, with that many of you guys subscribing and being members every month, that pretty much hits that every month for us. So I don't have to worry about, like, making sure my content hits the numbers just to get paid type of thing. Because, honestly, this YouTube income has been something that we I kind of rely on, just for extra money and stuff, for things to do and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, I even was able to buy a new graphics card, new quote unquote 3080, because of you guys. So, and that is actually in right now. So that's huge, and it's all thanks to you guys. So I appreciate it. And yeah, rant over. So we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.